Hello. I wanted to take just a couple of minutes of your time to talk with you about self-injury or non-suicidal self-injury, which is the term that is used in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual and what is the commonly accepted term. So how do you know which counselor is the best fit for you in addressing this behavior? Well, first, you want to find out what their experience level is. What's their training? Have they gone to classes? Have they read books? Have they done research? How many clients have they actually worked with? These are important questions because, well, just because someone is a counselor and they have a license does not necessarily mean that they are able to treat this behavior. For example, I do not have any training in treating those with autism. So that would be unethical for me to treat that population without getting some type of training and supervision in it. And in regards to my experience as an example, I've been working with and treating and researching and speaking on the topic of self-injury since 2000. So I have roughly 18 years of experience, and I've had a lot of great success stories in helping those that self-harm. Next, you want to find out what's their philosophy. Basically, how do they understand self-harm or self-injury? Are they still using sort of ancient terms like self-mutilation? Which to me, that sort of discredits them right off the bat because that term has not been used for quite a while. Do they only see self-injury as cutting? There are a lot of books that I see on the market that talk about, stop your kid from cutting. Well, right there, again, it sort of discredits that writer because self-injury is so much more than just cutting, and quite often people start doing other behaviors long before they go into cutting. And that's an assumption they even go with that behavior. So find out, how do they see the behavior? Do they see it as just a symptom? Do they see it as a behavior and that's the only thing you focus on is the actual act and throw in some coping skills and it's all good? Do they get to the core issues? For example, I see that it's a behavior, it's a symptom of something deeper, that you must get to the core issues of self-injury. Because if you don't, if you just go with coping skills and you don't address those deeper things, what will happen most likely is that they're going to go from one behavior to the next. One, for instance, on that is self-injury and eating disorders. They flip-flop. So if you only focus on the behavior without getting to the core, most likely they're just going to flip from one behavior to the next to the next. You got to get to the core stuff. And I could just go on quite a bit about those examples, and not just with eating disorders and injury, but also addiction and substance use as well. And I'd say finally, you need to talk with the counselor on the phone for at least several minutes. Get a feel of, are they in this field for the right reasons? That should go without saying. But do they seem genuine? Is there authenticity about them? Do they seem to really truly care about you as a client? Are they invested in trying to help you? Or do you get sort of a distant feeling from them? So these are just some quick tips for you to consider when trying to select a counselor that works with self-harm, or really are applicable for other types of issues and behaviors too. If you're wanting more information, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lori Vann, LPCS. You can also find my information on Amazon, Shopify, and my website, lorivancounseling.com. And if you do need a speaker about this particular behavior or related behaviors, please visit lorivannspeaking.com, as I've presented over 70 times on this particular topic. And I am passionate about helping others understand it. Thank you and have a great night.